Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Today is Tuesday, July the 9th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have a couple of writ hearings this afternoon. We do not have a court reporter with us. If you are requesting a court reporter, your case will be reset for a later date. Not hearing any objections, we will go ahead and proceed as such. The first case I'm going to call is C 3049-24-J, State of Texas versus Javier Aguilar. Aguilar, go ahead and stand up here in the middle of the room. You speak English, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sally Conant, this is your motion.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may proceed. Good afternoon. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Aguilar has been in custody since May 20th. He's got a $15,000 bond for burglary of a building. He's not a flight risk. He's a citizen. Has lived in the Rio Grande Valley his whole life. He was working at Texas Tires and Rims prior to getting picked up for this charge. We would ask, Your Honor, for a $15,000 PR bond.
What says the state?
Judge, this defendant just got out of state jail. His sentence, he got 54 days on May 15th, 2024 for burglary of a building. So he got out and immediately went and burglarized buildings. So for that reason, he is a state jail habitual. So I believe 15,000 is completely reasonable.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name.
How
How old are you, sir? 50?
Sir.
Where do you live? What city you live in?
Texas,
What's your address?
808 South 17th and a half.
An apartment or a house?
House,
You rent there or you own it?
I rent.
Married?
No,
And children?
no.
Where do you work?
Taking tires and rims.
What do you do there?
I'm a helper. My boss made then at Cavazo.
How long have you been working there?
2 years.
How long?
2 years.
So if you make bond, do not go back to that location on 17th Street, bar area. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you on parole,
No,
probation?
no, sir.
Bond will be reduced to $1,500 cash surety. We'll go back to that location. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you. Have a seat.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
you said 1,500. Is that correct?
Cash surety.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
May I be excused, Your Honor? I have no further business.
Yes. Thank you,
Thank you.
Sally.
Have a good day.
The next case, you too. The next case we're going to call is C 2705-24-E, State of Texas versus Lester Felipe. No hablas inglés, ¿verdad? Okay. Mr. Felipe is present. He's Spanish speaking. Mr. Villarreal, this is your motion. I'm not sure if you're aware, but your client does have an ICE hold.
Yes, I am aware. He does have a permit also.
Okay.
Does he have an interpreter, Judge? I'm sorry, I can't see.
Yes, he does. He's there.
Thank you, Judge.
Just go slowly.
This is a, yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is a 17.151 writ. He has been in custody since April the 5th of 2024. He has lived in the city of Edinburgh, Golden Nugget Apartments. He's been renting there. My client has a work permit. He's from the country of Cuba. This year alone, he's about the third Cuban national that I represent with a legal status in the United States. They all have been placed a hold, Judge. Once they are in ICE custody and they verify their status, all the other two clients that are represented prior to Mr. Felipe are given a GPS until the cases are resolved. So Mr. Felipe is here legally in the United States, but I believe because of his nationality, that's why they placed the hold. And again, Judge, this is a 17151 writ. He's been in custody for over 90 days. And he cannot afford to put any or post any kind of bond on this matter, Judge. He has no criminal history, does have employment. And I'm struggling with the internet right now, Judge, to pull my notes, but I believe he's a hotshot driver. And we're asking
What's
the
a
court to
hotshot
reduce the
driver?
bonds. I'm sorry, Judge. Those they carry equipment with those heavy trucks and trailer. And take it, Judge. Again, I apologize. I'm struggling pulling my notes out from my device.
That's fine. Does the state?
Judge, it looks to me like this defendant is a citizen of Mexico. Looks like he was born in Cuba, but he's a citizen of Mexico. He has a prior federal case where it's an inadmissibility case from March 4th of 2022, alien admissibility under section 212. And he has an ICE hold. Additionally, I understand there's an offense date of 4/5 of 24, but there's another arrest date of June 4th of 2024. So I don't think he's been in custody 90 days on those cases, just a little over a month. So I guess if you want to give him a PR bond on the credit card abuse case, since it's over 90 days, but on the other cases, he hasn't been in custody 90 days since those charges were from June 4th of 2024. In this situation, if we give him PR bonds, these victims of this credit card abuse will potentially never have their day in court.
Okay. Let me just check on something real quick. On the does it show?
But they ended the charges and April 17th is when the account added the charges. They submitted this.
Click on one of them.
He came in at April the 5th, and then these were added April 17th.
Click on one of those. See when it was magistrate.
All when he was a magistrate. Were the courtesy agreements on the 19th of April. Day before June. April 19th. And then 2 were done in June.
So on the credit card abuse, there's 8 counts. Is that correct, Mr. Villarreal?
That is correct, Judge. And I believe Prosecutor Gretchen is correct, Judge. The first 8 counts.
Cutting out. Are you cutting out? We can't hear you.
Okay.
We can't hear you.
Yes, I believe that the first 8 counts were April 5th. She is correct, Judge. The last 5 counts were added at some time.
Okay. Raise your right hand, sir. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You need to answer.
Yes. I have a question.
What's your name? How old are you?
24.
Where were you born? How long have you been in the United States?
Como 2 años, 5 meses.
2 years, 5 months.
How long have you lived in Hidalgo County?
Desde que llegué a 2 años, 5.
The same time. 2 years, 5 months.
You have family here in Hidalgo County?
Yes.
Who lives here with that's related to your family?
Mi mamá,
His mom,
mi hermano, mi abuelo, mi esposa, mi hija.
brother, wife, and daughter.
What city do they live in?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
You live with them? Need to answer.
Yes.
Bond on the credit card charge will be reduced to $5,000 PR times 8. Bond on the fraudulent possession or and use of a criminal instrument, which I believe are the last 5 counts, be reduced to $1,500 cash surety times 5 each count.
Thank you,
Correct? That
Judge.
makes it'll be
Yes.
13 counts, correct?
Correct, Judge.
If you make bond, sir, you need to stay in contact with your attorney. Were you hired on this case, Mr. Villarreal, or just for the bond reduction?
No, I am hired, Judge.
Okay. Stay in contact with your attorney. Do you understand that? All right, good luck. Have a seat, sir.
Thank you. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Villarreal.
Thank you.
Next case we're gonna call is C 3033-24-F, State of Texas versus Frank Muniz. You speak English, Mr. Muniz?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and stand up, sir. Rudy Cache, Eloy, you standing in for Rudy?
Yes, Judge, I'm standing in for Mr. Canche.
All right, your client is present, he speaks English, you may proceed.
Your Honor, Mr. Canche filed this writ of habeas corpus for Mr. Muniz. Mr. Muniz has been incarcerated for quite a long time, Your Honor. Mr. Canche is stating that Mr. Muniz is not a flight risk. He doesn't believe that he's a danger to others, Your Honor. Believes that he's met the requirements for a bond reduction in this matter and is requesting a PR bond that the court considers appropriate in this manner, Your Honor. I know the state is opposed to a PR bond in this matter, Your Honor. However, in lieu of in lieu of any kind of disagreement with the state, we will also be requesting an AIP, Your Honor, if it's possible, if the court considers a PR bond in this matter.
All right, what says the state?
Defense counsel is correct. We oppose a bond. This defendant is a habitual offender. He's been to prison at least 2 times. I think it's 3 actually. He has an evading case. He is a flight risk, and based on his history, which include violent cases as well, and the evading, we believe he is a flight risk, a danger to the community, and we would oppose any kind of reduction.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You speak up.
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Frank, you want me?
How old are you, sir?
35.
You gotta speak a little louder.
35.
What city do you live in, sir?
Mission.
Who do you live with?
My comment on what?
You have a house or an apartment?
A house, it's a trigger house.
You rent or own?
No, how?
How long have you lived there?
Well, actually, we just moved in there because I actually from Zapata. So when I came out of federal 2 years ago, I moved it over here because I got together with my
So
wife.
you've been there how long?
About
2 years?
Yeah, another 2 years. 18 months.
Are you on parole right now?
Oh, shit.
Federal or state? This is involved in theft of a vehicle, correct?
Yes, sir.
You have a job, sir?
I was working at a Kappa.
A little louder.
I was working at a Kappa, corporate over here at, Tom Gill.
What is that, Gapa Corporate? What did you do there?
It's like cement, and we do a little thing that go under the street, like the pipe that go under the street for the subdivision.
How long have you been working there?
I was working there 4 months ago, but they fired me because but they told my girl that whenever I come out to go apply again. I was working operating.
A bond on the theft. I'm gonna order random UA, sir. If you get out, you need to report to probation as required to get drug tested. You come back positive, you're gonna come back to jail, you understand? You don't show up, when they tell you to show up, you're gonna end up back in jail. That's drugs or alcohol, is that clear? Bond on the theft of property, let's see, there's 2 counts, will be reduced to $2,000. Cash surety on each count. Bond on the engaging will be reduced to $2,000. Cash surety. Bond on the unlawful use of a criminal instrument will be reduced to $2,000. Cash surety. Total, what's that, 6, 8, 10, $10,000 total in cash surety bonds. Anything else, Mr. Garcia?
That's all we have, Your Honor. May be excused.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes,
Judge.
sir. Thank you. Next case, we're gonna call State of Texas versus Brandon Taylor, C 3030-24-L. Mr. Taylor, you present?
Yes, sir.
You speak English?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and stand up here in the middle of the room, sir. Victoria Guerra, this is your motion.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just so
Victoria
you're aware,
Guerra
your
was
client-
appointed. Uh-huh.
Your client does have a hold with TJJD.
That's juvenile justice?
Yes.
Yes. We're aware of that, Your Honor. It's kind of a long story what happened there. I'm not sure that I'm totally clear on what happened. My understanding is his parents are attending this hearing by Zoom from the courtroom. I'm not sure if they have access, but anyhow, nevertheless, we are anticipating that that matter is going to be resolved in some form or fashion. And we are still asking for a bond reduction, even though there may be a hold on him. In the event that that hold is resolved, he'd like to be able to have a reduced bond on this case. Right now, it's set at 10,000 on assault of a peace officer or a public servant, and we would ask that it be reduced to 5,000 or less.
Yeah, surety.
Cash, well, whatever the court desires, even if the court would want a PR bond on this or order that, we'd be okay with that, of course. My client is very young. He's 17, 18 years old, and he hit a point in his life where there is some struggles going on internally. His family is fully behind him. They're supporting him. And so to make it somewhat easier for them to be able to get him out, Your Honor, we're asking for that reduction to whatever the court deems possible or necessary.
Mr. Whitley, are you here for the state?
Yes, Your Honor, and good afternoon. My name is Greg Whitley. I'm with Special Prosecution Unit. I'm standing in for Ms. Laura Guerra while she is out of the country. So, thank you, Judge. So, Your Honor, on this case, Ms. Guerra is correct. He is committed right now to TJJD. So that's a correctional facility. The alleged offense involves a third-degree felony assault on a public servant. He is coming to us from Nueces County, so he would be out of county for you guys. And right now, it looks like I think he was booked with y'all on June 27th, so we haven't quite got to that 90 days.
Right.
All of that points to me as I'm looking at the case in front of me, and I tried to reach out and get a little bit more information from the investigators who are sending the case to us, just because it was a recently a recent arrest. I got some history from the school, and it looks like he's got quite a few administrative violations there. Nothing terribly serious. I mean, a lot of disruptions, things like that, but there are some allegations of spitting and chunking and things like that. For all of those reasons, at this point, the state would be opposed to any sort of reduction until we can at least dig down in that a little bit more, and Laura can get back and speak with Ms. Garrett, perhaps get a bit more into the weeds on that particular case.
May I respond, Your Honor? My understanding is that his case originated out of Nueces County Juvenile. He was sent off to Bexar County for some type of treatment or some type of program. Bexar County then sent him to Hidalgo County Evans for some type of redirect program. So he's down here for a program arising out of a case from Nueces County, as I understand it. It's a little bit complicated. I don't know if I wrapped my whole head around it. Nevertheless, Your Honor, we're here today and we are asking for a bond reduction, knowing that because there is a hold on him, he's not getting out today, Your Honor. So a reduction is not going to really do much at this point, other than if he is able to resolve his matters over in Nueces County / Bexar County, then he'd be able to more easily get out on this case. We just don't want this case to be a reason why he can't get out if those matters resolve.
And if he does make this bond, if I do grant the reduction, he does make this bond, he'll be released back to Evans. Is that correct, Mr. Whitney?
Yes, Your Honor, just so long as I think the language clearly notes that Evans does have the hold and he needs to return to their custody. But yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
And then he can resolve whatever issue they may have over there if they do or are inclined to release him on completion of whatever program you be involved in. Mr. Taylor, raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Taylor, you have an opportunity here, and if your bond is reduced and your parents post that bond, you understand you'll be returned to that facility, the Evans facility. You understand that? And they may release you from there, or they may hold you until you complete whatever program they sent you there for. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you willing to go back and participate in that program?
Yes, sir.
My understanding, I haven't read any reports, but you've had some little disruptive behavior while you were there. If you go back and continue that same way, you're going to come right back here. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So if you're telling me you want to go back, you need to go back there and behave. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go ahead and reduce the bond to $5,000 cash surety. I said, if your parents do post that bond, you will be with the understanding that he'd be released to juvenile Evans. It's correct, right? Is where he's at?
I believe so. He would be released back to TJJD custody. If his current program is at Evans, he would go there. But if they need to transfer him, there's other facilities. But I would imagine it'd be Evans.
Then we'll put that in the order that he be released to TJJD. Right.
And Your Honor, just to let the court know, when this case gets indicted, if he is transported back out of Hidalgo County, I am in touch with his parents. And so they'll make sure that he returns back to court for this case if he ends up getting out on a bond.
You will have to come back to Hidalgo County at some point to address this case. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, sir. Good luck to you. Thank you, Ms. Guerra.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
You had another case and you were going to non-suit. Is that correct?
Yes, we non-suited it, Your Honor. My client doesn't want to get out on a bond at this point. If that changes, we'll refile the motion.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I
Thank
believe
you,
this is
Mr.
the,
Whitley.
thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good afternoon.
You too, Judge.
Gretchen, we've got two cases left. John Rodriguez's cases. One of them is C 3043-24-L Ramiro Badillo. Ramiro?
Yes.
Go ahead, stand up, sir. I know Mr. Rodriguez, I believe, was out of town. Veronica Monsiváis called and she was gonna stand in for him on his behalf, but she indicated that her, she was having trouble with the internet. Do you have a recommendation on Mr. Badillo's case, Gretchen?
Yes, Judge, reduced to 10,000 cash surety. He does have extensive history and was just sentenced to 8 months state jail on December 2023 for theft. But we will agree to reduce it to a 10,000 cash surety.
So raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. State your name.
Ramiro Badillo,
How old are you, sir?
26 years old,
What city do you live in?
Denver, Texas.
You rent or own there? You can put your hand down.
I rent on no, I stay with my girlfriend and my mother-in-law, my father-in-law.
Do you have a job?
Not at the moment, so,
What was the last job you had?
like probably a month ago. I was about to start working as before I got incarcerated at a meat market.
Are you on parole?
No, sir.
The probation right now?
No, sir.
You just got released, correct?
Yes, sir. April 18th. Dominguez State Jail.
Don't order random UA, sir, through probation. Same thing I told the other individuals. If you make bond, probation's gonna contact you to go in and get drug tested. Do you have a phone number?
Yes.
What is it?
It's not mine, but it's a new card. You can reach me. It's my number. It's a 956-515-9819.
9818?
Yes, 9819. 515-9819.
It's your wife's?
Yes, sir.
What's her name?
Judy, Judy Ramirez.
Juicy?
Judy, Judy. Judy. Yes, sir.
Ramirez?
Yes.
You have family here in Hidalgo County?
Yes, sir.
Who lives, your parents live here?
All my brothers and my sisters. My mom, she just, she stays in San Antonio. She just, both there.
You know who your attorney is?
Yes.
Who's your attorney?
John Rodriguez.
Okay, you've had contact with him?
Yes, he came to visit me.
All right, if you get out on bond, you need to contact him. You understand that? Bond will be reduced. $2,000 cash surety. You're gonna have to show up at a later date, sir, at the courthouse with your attorney to take care of this case. That's just to get you out on bond. Doesn't resolve the case. You understand that? All right, good.
Like if I was, I mean, with like 10%, how much will it be?
You need to talk to a bondsman. When you talk to your attorney or call a bondsman, and they'll tell you how much they're gonna charge. It's 10 to 15%. The other case, the evading charge, the case has already been filed. It landed in another court. I don't have jurisdiction on it. So the bond I just said here, you've got a $5,000 charge, bond on that evading that your attorney will need to contact that court. You pay that bond or you can try and get it reduced. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you. Have a seat.
Thank you.
The other case is C 3042-24-J, State of Texas versus Abelardo Oyevides. He's the one that wasn't brought in. I believe he was, they indicated he had, was in the infirmary. Your recommendation on this one?
So there has been a burglary of a vehicle filed, but we would agree to reduce the PCS to 5,000 cash surety.
The burglary vehicle's already been filed, yes. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce, bond on that case to $2,000 cash surety. Random erase. And we'll notify the defendant. I think that's all I'm getting.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you for your help.
All right, bye-bye.